correctly on the game. This way we don't lose something.
Absolutely.
Anyways, in the top 8 there is a mono red prowess. There is a Death and Taxes deck. There is a blue-white control deck from Adrian de Grotau that we saw already losing against Blue Moon. Then there is...
Here we see Simon Gerber against, on the left side, I think, Patrick Ullmann.
A Rhino deck from Jan Buse. Then there is from Fritz.
Etienne Eckenschüler.
Etienne
The deck is called Fritz.
Deck is Fritz. It's a Dead Shadow deck. Grixis Shadow. And then there is a mono white. Oh, pretty interesting. Oh, nice one. Ursa Blade deck. Nice. It's a Domenico Breme. Then there is the Northern Scales deck. And
that's the one playing.
Simon Gerber with it seems like blue-red classics. Yeah, blue-red.
Ragavan Counterspell.
Oh, with the Teferi. This way, it's a version with white, with a little of white.
So he's playing on the right side, Simon Gerber.
Simon Gerber, okay.
And on the left side, it's Patrick Ullmann. What I can see. Yes. Okay. Simon Gerber.
Patrick. Okay, there it is. And it is mono red prowess. Mono red prowess against blue red.
Two classic Modern Horizon 2 decks.
Yes.
No, just kidding.
Prowess was already there. But it got a good boost. But I don't know if it got better, because if you think about it, it was like a tier 1 deck. And now it's a tier 1 deck in a different metagame.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Wrong side of names, they say. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they looked at the list of. Sorry, I was a bit confused. Because they looked at the opponent's list.
Not that there it is.
Yeah, probably. Makes sense. So sorry about that, and thanks for telling us.
Correcting.
Okay, so the mono red deck actually belongs to Patrick on the right side, and or the prowess deck right side, and share screen.
No, I don't want to share the screen. Okay. Which account? Oh, but we can also change it there.
Do the biz. Skip's not happy. Oh, that all came from Bruno Fernandes just being so good at football.
Are we going to look, or am I just hoping?
What's the chat saying?
The chat's saying, Cavani! Yeah. He was offside, says Eddie Louise. He was more offside than Romero. I'm not just seeing things, right? Let's see it again.
Mittlerweile hin. Dampfbadbiber. Hast du dich mittlerweile dran? Ich muss aber die Zähne zusammen. Also Dampfbadbiber. Kennst du schon den Dampfbadbiber? Nee, bis jetzt noch nicht. Ich weiß ja. Aber der könnte jetzt vielleicht gewinnen. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jungs. Okay. Peace out. Target Twitch Colonna, geht schon los. So. Oh, Angero, guck mal hier, Angero. Mit einem Schmetterling.
Yes, this is quarterfinals.
Wie hat er das denn gemacht? Wer hat denn das gemacht? Der hat geschossen, oder? Auch Greg Live kriegt direkt so, jetzt hier, Midi will springen. Ich versuche hier so einfach so. Twitch Cologne ist auch gleich schon raus. Alle haben Twitch Cologne getargetet. Ja, das ist nicht nett. Nee, schon wieder Twitch Cologne getargetet. Das sieht nicht gut aus.
Look at
Okay.
the player's hands. On it's the
Okay.
last one
Oh,
here.
no, wait, there are
Yeah.
two. Okay,
On
that's the Prowess deck
yeah.
that has 2 mountains, double Swift Spear, or just one? Oh no,
I think
it's
it's
a
one
Dragon
Swift,
Rage
yeah,
and one Swift
one
Spear.
DFC and one. And on the other hand,
Double
Ooh.
Bubble, Dragon Rage, Counterspell, Seachrome Coast, I
this
think.
land, yeah,
Coast.
Seachrome Coast, yeah, might be.
Unholy Heat, and if it was still in the format, I would say
Counterspell.
Gitaxian Probe, but I don't know which card it is. The blue one,
Thoughtscour, I
Thoughtscour,
think,
yeah,
yeah.
Thoughtscour.
And
I was like,
do you
dark.
like this? Do you like this art style?
No.
Me neither. Well,
No,
yeah,
I have to say,
let's-
not. It's more not the art, but the
style. or
the style. I
Yeah,
don't like the style.
I
the art
think
is maybe fine, but
if you look at this hand, you'd say it's like 6 cards from one game and then one card from
Exactly.
another game. But yeah, like that, both hands quite loaded.
the other card is Unholy Heat, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. He wants. What would you do here? Would you on your turn or the
He cannot do it on his turn
yeah
because he
Ah,
needed
yeah.
to draw the Morkite
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
left on the top of his deck. He wanted his Morkite. That's why he played like.
yeah.
But now the question is, I think he wants to take out the Dragon
The
Rage.
DFC. Hey, the Swift Spear he can never do. I think that's
I think if he has the Mountain in the deck, he will take a Mountain. No, he takes the damage.
okay. Probably waits for.
He wants to go for Thoughtscour. It makes sense to me.
He wants to play an early side.
Thing that I don't really like too much is that this way you take 2 damage from the Steam
Yeah.
Vents. And 2 damage in this matchup
It's really
is
bad.
relevant.
Yeah. 2/3 of a card.
it's, it's a good card also.
Yeah.
Prismatic Ending.
Also,
And the Flooded Strand. Yeah, no.
so now he could play a Merc. Have a stable blocker.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting because don't like this play at all.
No. Also,
Because-
he already has, so it's a blocker for 1 turn.
I didn't like that play because I feel like the order of the cards.
Mhm.
If you play the Thoughtscour, is because you want to go for the
For the
Morkite as
Murktide, yeah, absolutely.
because if you want to play the
yeah, you can.
then you
also-
can play it now,
Yeah.
and it is better for the lands because now this fetch could take a blue land
Yeah.
and not take other 2 damages. I feel like this order was
he has
not good.
Taken a lot of damage already from fetching for.
I
Yeah,
I
it's
think this order
free-
was bad, but
free-
that's my opinion.
4 damage for free.
You know, if he played the Bolt the turn before,
Yeah.
I don't know if he has. I have to look at the list if he has a Mountain, but also without the Mountain, the order was better because
Yeah.
the turn after you can search for an island.
For exactly.
not take the other 2 damage at least.
And also, more from another perspective, I think the Murktide is a much better blocker than exactly. Now here comes the bolt, and
he has no mountain. That's something.
But here's the bolt, and it's trivial because the red deck plays a lot of 3 mana and very little tool that can kill a 5/5 or and the red player relevantly doesn't have Delirium, so he cannot. I think,
he's in a good spot with the blue-red deck still. But
sure, yeah. I think strategically he's in a good spot because he also has a lot of 1 mana removal like thing. But still, I think he took some damage that.
Oh no! Now it's if it is showtime. Is
Bolt, Stomp, and
a really good turn. And it's 5, 3, and 1. 9 damage because of 3. Not bad. I think I would go for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Simon's also tapped out. I think what are you waiting for? And also, like that,
I don't like this display at all. No, he could have. Did we see wrong cards?
No, it's the cards of the mono player.
No. I mean, if it is not a Manamorphose, but with a Manamorphose, why not shooting the giant at his face, bolting? It's 3 cards. Bolt is 3 damage. It's 6 damage. The
Let's
giant.
Go to the hand cap. I think. So it's lightning. I think not in the. Xuich, to your question, this is the quarterfinal. Yes, there will be a half final and then my final and then the final. I think this.
Something is happening.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cam probably have some judge call. Yeah. Hopefully, momentarily.
Oh, now we see the handles. Yeah. It was kind of obvious that the charm was in his hand. I'm really not sure about the play from before because
You mean either going for?
I mean,
let's look at.
He's a 12, right? Okay. Let's say that he's a 12 and I attack for 9, and it is true. I still have just the monastery and point. I don't have other cards.
Yeah.
But I have a giant that comes down the next turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the same time, if I draw a bolt or whatever, and I will draw a card from the Manamorphose.
Oh.
And also good.
Down cards.
But cards are not effective for mono red.
Yeah, but now seeing that, I think the Manamorphose would have been way more effective. Swift Spear.
I'm pretty sure the play was wrong.
Anyway, we see a Dragon Rage Chandler come down, and let's have a
you
look.
know, with a burn deck, if you put him on
4 or
on 3 lives, your opponent cannot attack easily. This
absolutely,
way, you have a lot of more turns to draw something.
Yeah.
And you have something already because you
now-
have 2 cards in your hand and the giant that is on.
Now Simon is still on 12 life. And
No, it's on 8. I
on
think
8. Yeah, I think they exactly back of.
it cannot be
Crusher.
12.
Yeah, but the board is entirely
What's
stalled.
happening?
He played 2.
No, why is it at 12? No. The dice is.
Yeah, I think the dice are wrong, but he clearly attacked with the Bone Crusher Giant, so it should be at 8.
It could happen that he stole the creature, but no, he said on answer he will kill it. This way.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they're discussing how big the Murktide regions are.
Yeah, it's because the second one makes the first one bigger.
Bigger, yes.
Wait.
Okay. And now there's no coming through for Patrick.
How big were they before?
They were in hand before.
Yeah, yes, but he played one and the second one.
Yeah, he did it all at once, and I think it was kind of hard to see.
I think they.
Okay, now we see the Manamorphose rather effectlessly, and I think it's going to be hard to bolt him down from 12. I hate to say
he's not at 12. But there are dice that say 12, but I think this giant attacked this way.
The dice are just for this stream.
Okay.
I think properly
they forgot.
His life should be at 8. Yes, we fixed that. I think it's still not trivial because he can never deal any damage to creatures. And he dies with attacks. Do we know if Dragon Rage Chandler hit Delirium on the red side?
We can look at it. Let's see.
Bolt,
that's a land, I think, right?
Yes.
It's land, bolt, creature, no. Instant, no sorcerer.
Yeah.
It's better for him.
Absolutely. He cannot block flyers, but
that's sorcery. But
I
think he did it after attacks.
I hope he did.
And trample to Olga. That was the lava spike? No, it's
Lava Dart was milled
it's Lava Dart, right?
From
yes,
Surveil.
Yes,
from
sure.
Oh
no,
he did it.
Attacks.
Okay.
What's happening? I don't understand.
I think he did it pre-combat, and then his opponent probably told him that he. So I guess all of the guys here are quite tired already. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to deal these last 8 damage. He has 2 with the Tarfire, and that's it. Oh. Ah. Well,
I don't think this game anymore.
No, absolutely. No, I think if Simon were on 4,
would have been on 3, and I think was the right thing. But
yeah,
no, all the early, that's something in Magic that you don't see, but all the early aggression makes so that you don't have to stay defensive.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
if you are really aggressive, at some point, a random creature can be really threatening for
Yeah,
your
or random
opponent.
burn spell, yeah.
No creatures, because this way he cannot. If he has board,
Yeah.
he cannot attack with Borkite like this.
Yeah,
If he doesn't kill.
And also he has a lot of haste creatures. So instead, I think Patrick in a very bad. I think the card that we don't see, the glare, is probably one of these Teferis that we were talking about.
Yes, it's the fairy.
Yes. Yeah, that's why the giant is, and I don't even know if that's necessarily such a good play, but he has still counterspell. So
Yeah, he has counterspell, and he has the opponent has just one card.
He gave his opponent 2 damage
for a lot of mana.
Yeah, for mana. Yes. I don't quite understand why they're still playing. He bolted.
I don't know if they are discussing a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's strange, but
yeah,
the match was strange until now.
Exactly. Yeah, there were a lot of. And
okay. Over.
I think
yes. No, Morktide won.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay. So Simon has.
Not this one. We have M2 and Cam3 started this way. It's always.
Oh. Oh. So about the sideboarding, let's
take a look
at the lists. In general, from Patrick's side, if you're Jeskai or Blue-Red, you probably just want a bit more interaction and a bit cheaper interaction.
Simon, do you mean?
No, from Patrick's side, yeah, Simon, yeah, exactly.
Because
absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I think Simon wants still to interact faster. He has Flusterstorm. I don't think he needs it. And Jaceman Sculptor, no. Portier, no. Dovin's Veto, no. Prismatic Ending, I think he will take on them in. Yeah. And it is possible that he will also bring them in. I think Path to Exile, I don't think a Blossoming Calm is something that he wants to bring in.
I think just the 1 mana removal
spells
are
Prismatic
okay.
and maybe Path to Exile. Path to Exile is a little bit less efficient because it's splashed on the color. This way can be some damage and some. Prismatic is
same.
It's kind of the same. Yes, it's not exactly the same because you give more gas to your opponent if you do it on turn 1. It is heavy. It's different.
You give him a land, yeah.
You don't want to do Path to Exile on turn 1 in Magic. That's not something you want
to do. Yeah, exactly. You don't do it on a 1 mana.
Exactly.
Which is where Prismatic Ending.
I think the mono red player will bring in some Seasoned Pyromancers, I think.
Yeah, to have a bit more late game, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he will bring in the Relic of Progenitus food for the
Murktide and but I think that's just too much deviation from the plan.
I think you have to go like strong on the face of your opponent and don't.
Absolutely.
Oh, he plays just 3 Dragon Rage. Another. Oh, Runaway Steamkin. I love that card.
He could play Dragon Claw, but
he's playing Scrabbling Claws. For the graveyard, maybe Relic of Progenitus could be better in this matchup if he wants just to switch them.
Are he playing stat main deck?
What? Traveling Close,
Yeah.
yes, main deck.
Yeah, I think
It's also
Relic
for
is
the
probably better.
Delirium. It's a Delirium matter also.
Yeah, I think not too much sideboarding from either side. Probably more from the chess.
I think the decks will not. The matchup doesn't change
No,
after.
not at all. I think there's more a strategic question. I think that maybe Patrick is evaluated. He can survive in the long game. Game one. I think he didn't use the Mana Morphose.
I didn't like the start of Simon with the lance. I think he could be better.
Been punished.
I think.
He
Yes,
took 4 damage.
I think he could take 2 less damage or 3 less
Yeah.
damage. I think.
But in the end, it worked out.
Yes.
I think also due to the fact that go for the jugular.
I think that turn was like, for me, it was kind of.
And he was tapped out, so there's little risk involved in that.
Yeah, and you know, the fact is also that you know that your opponent has Murktide in the deck.
Yeah.
This way, at some point, he will be bigger than you, and he will he will get on the board big. And then you have all your creatures that do nothing.
And from how he played with Thought Scour, you could assume that he has a Murktide in hand. Otherwise, he would. Yeah,
he brought in the relics. I think bringing in the relics instead of the close would be fine, I would say. I hope he didn't bring them in instead of something else that is more aggressive. I mean, also Lava Dart is not at his best in this. But the list of Simon, I think it's the obvious for Ragavan, and then it is good. Yeah, for Ragavan and for Dragon Rage, I think maybe he trimmed some of them just because of Lava Dart.
Patrick's drawing a lot of cards with Mana from Morphose, but usually already a bit in dire straits. He has double Relic, which is ideal. Does very little.
I think I want to but this is
and on the blue side we have Counterspell, Wedge Charm, Ragavan, Murktide. So I think the blue-red player is playing it exactly as drawn up.
Relic and Scroll. It's fun. It's a control mono red deck now. It's
but that's really not what you want to do if your opponent's on 19. Track one of these. Seems to invest for
why is he keeping those play?
Yeah, I'm not. I think one of these is efficient and draw some cards.
It's an artifact next to the relic. It's a Scrolling Close, and it is when it comes into play, it a card, and then you can sacrifice it, remove the graveyard, or draw a card.
Now there's a lot of grave hate. I think if we're playing against Dredge, it would be good, but here he just does very little, and
there is something. I mean, one thing is that this way you will play against the Murktide, and if Murktide is not there,
Simon loses life.
If the Murktide is not there, the game is different.
I mean, this is already very annoying. He steals the. He has to exile his graveyard. doesn't care. As long as his opponent has nothing going.
The fact is, problem is this matchup. I think the red deck cannot win. The only way he can win from this position is the Pyromancer. Some way to get out of this.
Yeah, to draw some cards
because
and
he
get
needs
something
something
going. But also the blue player can now play can now play threats and
but
keep up.
The threats are
counterspell.
really bad.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
he has Lavadarty still in his hand.
Yeah.
This way, the threats is not a problem. The
But
problem
he could
is
also
just
play
that
Murktide.
the problem.
Oh well,
I think in this game we will
never
see
play.
something really funny that is a Murktide for 7 mana
card
that
cost,
wins just
exactly.
the game.
Yeah.
And just because he's doing nothing, they are both doing nothing, and the blue-red deck is better at doing nothing.
Yeah, and also he's not doing nothing. He is at least attacking for 1 or 2 per turn, while his opponent has a hard time. I would really sacrifice Relic. Seems he wants to be in the control position. Okay. Already even just play a Dragon Rage and just trigger it a few times to fail. That's value. This has the setup to become a really.
This is already.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it makes not a lot of sense to be. I don't think it. I mean,
I don't think that Mono Red can win the game at any rate. Ultra red side. Even if he just plays Dragon Rage Channeler and triggers whales, I might be on expression. And
okay, let's see what he can do. Okay, the cards that the mono red deck needs are.
But now he has to.
Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah.
Seasoned Pyromancer if he's added in the min.
Okay.
Light up the stage.
I mean, this is already the beginning. I think this was, in my view, this was a mistake from the red side. The red player lightning bolts the Monastery Swift Spear and he counters it with a counterspell. I think counterspell, you really don't want to waste counterspell on a lightning bolt, but you want to counter the Bedlam Reveler, the Seasoned Pyromancer, all of these things. Now, if
I totally agree.
If Patrick draws something good, yeah,
that's one.
Okay, yeah, that's the good thing. Now let's see what happens. I think from the blue-red side, he no more counter spells, and that's really bad. I think that was quite a mistake to not keep up the counter spell. Because it doesn't matter if you have a 1-2 play or not. Okay, let's see. Red draws a few cards, and that's the way to get back into the game. Game again. Okay, so he's automatic ending one of the relics. I also don't that play. I'm sorry if I say that. I think relics are totally irrelevant. I think they're annoying because you can never play a Murktide. But yeah,
I think they are getting more relevant.
Absolutely,
because of the
now with the
he got something
Bedlam,
on the board now.
With the Bedlam
it's
Reveler,
different.
it's much different.
I totally agree on the counter spell. It makes no sense at all to counter on that burn spell because the pyromancer, the Swifteer will not go to town at the end of the game. You will not win with the Swifteer. And if you win with the Swifteer, you would have won in any case.
With the Goblin 1/1 token,
with whatever. And that's why I totally agree with you. Counterspell should have not. Counterspell is in a matchup, in a moment where you just have to counter few things and you just win the game. You have to keep it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see now. It's quite interesting now that he has a Bedlam Reveler. I think the game could become a lot shorter. Still has the Lava Dart and the Fiery Islet to draw a card. Does that? Then very conservative with his relic still. Now that turns out that it's good because on trigger prowess at least
now the
times.
blue-red player is in a really bad spot.
Yeah, absolutely. He can trigger prowess at least 3 times, and it's also a creature that's not easy to remove. The
I know why he's not playing the Swift Spear. And I think it is because he has fear of another Archmage charm.
Yeah, maybe, yes.
I think so. It would be wrong because you don't have to... You are happy if it steals the Swift Spear and doesn't counter something else. Because at the moment, Swift Spear does nothing for the blue-red player.
Yeah. And it will probably just get bolted, but...
No, you cannot bolt it. That's why I would have played. Because he has Lava Dart in his hand, Lava Dart in the graveyard. This way, it would be like 12 damage or more.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, just from the information that's visible to blue-red.
Yeah.
But usually you can assume...
That would be the great thing for you if he bolts it. You're dancing then.
Absolutely. Yeah, Lava Dart really shines this game again. But he just attacks for 3. He's very conservative. He already got the control player to counter an unimportant spell and then to get to resolve the important spell. So I think in this game it really paid off to be very, very conservative. Yeah, I think it's totally important for the blue-red deck to go all the way with one single. Usually it will just attack.
Fact is, at the moment, you can see that the Swift Spear is doing exactly nothing in this match. The problem is this.
Never block.
Not blocking is attacking, but I don't think it's...
achieving.
I mean, maybe it helps to win the game, but this is not because of the Swift Spear. It will be a Murktide or something else that comes into play.
Now we're very close to the point where we're mentioning that we have a Murktide hardcast, but still Murktide's outpowered by Bedlam Reveler.
Yeah, now if you look at it, it is true that the matchup is pretty close on card advantage. That's something the blue-red deck is better at card quality, I think.
Yeah.
But card advantage, if you look at Bedlam Reveler, if you look at not just the Pyromancer, but also the look at the top 2, get the top 2,
light up the stage.
Light up the stage. Yeah. You are really close because light up the stage is the iteration for mono red.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we look at the other cards, the Pyromancer and so on. But at the end, blue red has not a lot of card advantage. It has the charms and so on. But I think the real advantage are the counterspell in this, because your card advantage can be countered by my other cards. That's
And here I think, yeah, that probably was the most exciting point in this game. Counter this lightning bolt and not to counter and not being able to counter the Bedlam Rep.
Yeah, that was really important.
Hey, there's not. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Look at
Really good for them.
At Red's graveyard. Don't.
I think so.
Before he had 3
Because
types,
he has the artifact.
Does he have a
yes, the scrambling claws.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so he probably has a powered up Dragon Rage Channel, which again is at this point in the game quite good. I don't know if he'll trigger it. Maybe at least one lava dart might be.
He has a lot of fear with this Swift Spear, because if he plays the Swift Spear and he has the charm, it is true that it is potentially a lot of damage.
I think it's way worse if he takes over a Dragon Rage Channeler than if he takes over Monastery.
Not really, because Channeler will always be a 1/1, a random 1/1.
Absolutely.
In this moment, he's at 12, and if you play just an iteration, you could just go to town with
that's true, yeah.
The second Swift Spear. One Swift will not be.
And he has a metric ton of mana. He has 6 lands, so he could cast all the stuff of
one
iteration.
And exactly, one into the other.
So instead, we see a block. Okay. Further it. I don't know if this was premature block, but post combat monastery. Channeler on the other side. I think that's it has the potential to filter draws for Simon, but he still
don't have time.
He still is very much behind.
And the Dragon Rage, remember that he has double lava dart, one in the grave and so on.
Absolutely.
This way, Dragon Rage would not be good in any case.
So he first lava darts the blocker, and Simon sees the writing on the wall. I don't know, 15 damage incoming.
I would have assumed from the start that Monrad could never win this, but they proved me wrong.
No, I think Patrick showed that the control route is a valid. Patrick has won. Okay, we're playing around here, fiddling with the stream, and we've been told to shut up. So let's just concentrate on how if they will sideboard anything anymore. I think Patrick has overdone it a bit with the Grave Hate. He was also quite unlucky to draw all 3 pieces of Grave Hate.
He was really happy to draw them.
Yeah, I think
if you think about how he played, his idea, he's really happy to draw them. Because he would have sacrificed them if he didn't like them.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think I think that the strategic mistake was maybe, I think, taking in the 2 relics about that, and turned out very, very well, because the opponent drew a lot of Murktides and Dragon Rage Channelers.
It is really possible that he feels like the matchup is not playable without going deep and being lucky on the draws. I mean,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And it played out exactly as he envisioned it. From from Simon's side, I think this counterspell. It's important to see that you don't have that many counterspells and that you make them count.
It's not the number of counterspells. The question is about what kills you. What is the real
exactly.
problem?
How can his opponent get back into the game, and how do both sides win if the opponent has 2 relics? How do I win? And I think he somehow got a bit flustered and didn't. I mean, you're very much out of your comfort zone if all of your creatures are 1/1s or 3/3 flyers. It's probably not how he envisioned the game, but
I really think the relic makes sense because it solves a lot of problems.
Makes Murktides bearable.
Yeah, the problem in that game was not. I think he had to try to do something, but at the same time, it worked out to wait, because waiting it made so that you just go for.
And one thing you said is really important. I think in raw card advantage terms, the red deck card advantage.
No, not more. It's near, but it has some card advantage.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, also the counterspell draws 2 cards. This way, it's like up to
the
it's near.
Charm,
it's really near. But yeah, you don't expect, if you think about Magic 20 years ago or 15 years or 10 years ago, and you say, "Oh, mono red deck is the card advantage, out card draws."
And also props to Patrick. He played very conservatively, very calmly. I think had he played any different, played to his outs and opponent countered well, in my opinion, and then back into the game drawing 3 cards.
I still think he could have sacrificed there already, and one Scrambling Close earlier. Yeah. I don't think it was useful to.
We shall see, because he has already 1 relic in hand again. If this game turns out, is it double?
Another relic?
Yeah, we don't see it.
Both
clearly.
Players have relic in their hands.
No, this is so.
Oh no, okay, it's a
Fiery Islet. Yeah, 1 relic and Fiery Islet and Monasteries here. On the other hand, we have land, Dragon Rage Channeler Bolt, Scour. Okay, just a normal Jeskai hand, and this time he mixed it up and first played the Swift Spear. Not going full.
That was not the option. If he had a chance in game 1, he would. Game 2, he would.
Patrick is on 19. One is 17.
19 on 16.
On 16. With the Swift.
Foil Etched Prismatic Ending. That we will have a.
It looks like a Bojuka Bog. It's like.
I think we would have a different opinion on that. That's one of the few things that we have a different opinion.
You like
I
foils?
like them.
Yeah.
I like the Etched foils. I like the new Etched. The new Etched. This one, the Modern Horizon 2.
I don't like foils. Like period.
Okay.
But I mean.
I like old layouts.
Power to foils. You. I mean.
But I never play foils this way. It's not
I'm always happy if somebody buys my. Everybody's happy and
I agree.
So Patrick goes to 18 and how the tables have turned. Now there's the Dragon Rage Channeler in play and the Relic doing not that work. Could still easily play a Murktide here.
I think he will sacrifice because he fears a Murktide.
I hope he's not too conservative this time.
In this case,
I think he's
at the end,
it seems as if he's thinking
he has
about
no
it.
more tide. Yeah, I think he will sacrifice.
Yeah, he does. Okay. So no Murktide in the.
That was the obvious play also
Yeah,
because Dragon Rage.
But it's quite painful. He goes to 17. He has a painful mana base.
If he can get to the Delirium for the Dragon Rage, now it's very painful for Patrick because he can be aggressive now.
Yeah.
Because he has still a bolt in his hand. The situation changed a lot.
Yeah, let's have a look at Simon's hand. He has Counterspell, Bolt,
and Dragon Rage and Unholy.
Oh yes, and a Charm.
Yes.
So yeah, he can play Protect the Queen this game.
Whoa, 3 pain lands is too much.
Yes, Unbaked Canyon. Ouch! I think his life will go down like. Okay, that much spells. Now we shall see.
There is no mountain this way. There is no fear about getting Lava Dart.
Yeah.
Lava Dart. Just one Lava Dart will be 2. This way he can bolt it. Bolt it. Problem. But he can also Unholy.
He has yet another. He has yet another pain land in hand.
I think this is no bueno.
No bueno, yes.
Bueno.
Yes, the official no bueno side. Creature gets bolted.
It's correct to crack the relic because turn after, if he had the Murktide, he could have played the Murktide. And if the Murktide comes into play, Patrick can just shuffle his deck and go home.
Mm-hmm. Bolts the Dragon Rage Channeler here.
In this case, it's correct. This play is correct.
Yeah, I think this, contrary to the last game, I think I like the counterspell here much more because he is clearly ahead.
Too many pain lands. That's the reason. It's simply of that.
Absolutely, yeah. And as long as he can, now that the relic's sacked, as long as he can protect the Dragon Rage until he has Delirium, it will be quite the fast game. There's a dashable Ragavan, yes. Oh yeah, that's pain.
The remover.
Aha, okay, yeah, this is just a feature on a
I'm really not sure. How many lives do they have? Does he go to 11? Goes to 11. Okay.
I think our life points are not up to date, so Patrick will not. He played some. Oh,
he played the Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay,
on Patrick's
from
face.
yeah, and he surveils and I think the game has accelerated to a point where having 3 pain lands is just.
It didn't accelerate it really much, but if you pay 1 life every time you tap a land, the game is a little bit harder.
So he's on 6 from his life pad. I read that he's on 6.
9.
But
8.
Not tapping lands is also no solution.
And wait and see what happens.
Yeah. You can wait some longer until Dragon Rage is a.
He doesn't need to tap mana. He can get mana with Manamorphose.
Win with staring at his opponent.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't see there being too many good ways that.
keeping a hand with only pain lands against a deck that can put pressure on that. If you are on the play, it can work. I think on the draw, really, it's impossible that it works. Or better, you need a mountain in the first like 2 or 3 draws.
Absolutely.
Because
and
he can be aggressive. Simon can be aggressive.
Even if he casts a spell, anything, maybe I don't know how much graveyard he has, but
7.
4. Oh, he's on 4. Oh, and this is one of the better cards, but can now no longer.
You don't need spells.
Yeah, I disagree, but
you know, in Legacy there is lands.
Absolutely, yeah, but he doesn't have any tabernacles or I don't know. So I'm really fearful that may have been one spell too many, and let's see what the red side Simon can fly back and bolt and ending the opponent's stuff and just win at his level. Can even take over the Dragon Rage
I think
channel.
now he just goes for Prismatic Ending, removes the Dragon Rage, and hopes to find a creature, brings in the graveyard, attacks, it's 3 damage, bolt in your face, you're dead.
The perfect trigger. Attack for 3 and 3.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
A lot of punches.
So yeah, Simon wins 2-1.
Simon wins 2-1, exactly.